Game on, everybody, and welcome to another Market Watch video. In this video, we're going to be discussing a few things, but first and foremost, I do just want to give a quick shout out to my little new deck builder that I've made. So if you click on that button, it's actually going to take you to the new deck builder. If you guys want more information on how this is used, please check out my previous video. I'll go ahead and link it also in the information at the top, and it'll give you a showcase, but you can go ahead and import decks, build decks here, export them, and also buy them directly with one button of a click and add them to your cart if that's what you guys want to do. Share them on social media, and yeah. But back to the Market Watch, we are close to the 1 month mark, so I will be saving the 30-day tab until then. But I wanted to go over some few cards. We have about 15 lined up, and the market seems to be doing really well in the sense of like it's going down for the players because there's been rumors that people have been able to find some product over at Target and will just happen, and I guess there was more availability at some card shops, which is also just really great news. So we love to see that. But some cards I wanted to showcase to you guys first is we are going to go ahead and talk about starting with our blue cards. So we have Corsica Base. This is the alt art version, going for about 20 bucks. A lot of cards seem to be getting a lot of hype in the sense of people are just trying some new strategies out, and Corsica Base is one of those cards that is getting a lot of play. And of course, this is the alt art rarity, and you might be thinking, okay, yeah, that's pretty high. I mean, it's an alt art, so that's really maybe cheap. But if we look at like even the base rarity of the card, we're looking at $4, which is pretty insane, honestly. And again, it's one of those starter deck cards. It does have that ability of deploy out one of your shields to your hand. Then if it's your turn, you get to deploy one Tall Geese Oz AP4 HP2 unit token, and then if it is your turn and a card with Corsica Base is in your trash, you can deploy 2 Leo Oz and their 1/1 unit tokens instead. And this is just really great for those aggro strategies, and that's why people are playing this card, for anybody who's wondering. And then another card I wanted to showcase is the Siege Ploy. This is also, again, the alt art or the common plus of it from the starter deck. So it seems like the Wings deck is kind of getting a lot of play as of lately, or these cards. And again, so $10. So let me go ahead and just showcase to you. So you're looking at about $1 for Siege Ploy, and it has the burst mechanic, which is great because you trigger it from your shield area, but it has activate your main. So it's a main and action card. So choose one enemy unit with 5 or less HP rested. So it's basically Amuro as a command card that's also an action card. So pretty cool stuff, and I think people are just really trying some things. In my last video, I requested 50 likes for to showcase to you guys my Tall Geese deck, and you guys have reached that, so keep an eye out for it. So if you guys are interested to see what's going on there, or kind of a deck that kind of builds around these strategies, please consider subscribing for my channel and be on the lookout for my video. And then the last blue card I wanted to showcase today is this Annoying Aries. So this card just kind of came up on my feed thing. It's a really cheap card, but it seems like a lot of people are buying it for whatever reason. But it's when it's destroyed, if you have another Oz unit in play, you draw 1 card. So it has some pretty healthy stat lines as well. It is a 3/3, so it's very expensive, but it has that whole basically replacement effect. So if you have a deck full of Oz, and that includes your tokens that you're making off of the Corsica Base, so you're having this out, and once it gets destroyed, it replaces itself. So just kind of wanted to showcase to you guys that there. Up next, though, we also have, I want to show you some green cards. So this is Peaceful Tomber. It is, again, another Wings of Advance, but this is the common plus. The other one is really still cheap, and it's seeing a lot of play to go against these anti-aggro strategies. It has the action of, during this battle, your shield area cards can't receive damage from enemy units that are level 4 or lower. So again, it's a very interesting defensive card that can also be paired into Death Sight to get the ramp ability, because it is an Operation Meteor card, and that's just pretty decent. I think people are trying this as a tech card to kind of help them survive, so then that way they can go ahead and ramp up and then drop Wing Gundam 0 to basically blow up the board. I wanted to also bring up Zaku II. This has been a really hot seller as of lately. You can see it's been increasing a lot, and it just has a very simple effect that says attack. This unit gets AP +2 during this turn. That allows it to be, mostly uncontested unless people start actually playing the 1/1 blockers, which I don't know, maybe people might consider it now, but considering the blue, red, ping deck exists, maybe not so much in the near future. But yeah, so we have Zaku II has the, when you attack, it gets the +2 AP, and it's really reliable for an early drop. I would always like hard mulligan for something like this in my rush Xeon deck, and it's just a really solid card. And then another card that's been getting a lot of hype as of lately is the Shanglong Gundam, and the reason why is because it has really interesting abilities, which we'll just talk about. So it has Breach 4, which is great because when it destroys a unit, you just go ahead and do also 4 damage to the shield area. And then it has attack, choose one enemy unit that is level 3 or lower, destroy it. So that's just basically clearing a bunch of blockers for free. And that we are in a really heavy blocker meta, and this is kind of an answer to it. It does also link with Chang Wufei, so I'm going to go ahead and showcase to you that here. So it has during your turn, while this unit has breach, it can't receive battle damage from enemy units with 3 or less AP. So pretty good, and it basically turns this into a 6/5, and it's also an Operation Meteor card, so you can even pair it with Death Sight to get that ramp ability and first strike ability. And I just think that this is a really spicy card that's kind of seeing, or a combination of units and pilots that it's, you know, kind of like giving an answer to the blocker meta. Speaking of blockers, we're going to go ahead and move over to the white cards. We have Freedom Gundam. This is once a $50 card, and now it's drastically down. And I mean, look at that. It was selling so high. It was listed for $50, and now it's really down there. So looking pretty good. That I'm really tempted to pick this up myself. So if you guys were waiting, I was personally waiting to see if we hear about any more product releases before really kind of going into it. And I'm still kind of waiting because who knows what the meta might be come closer to the new starter decks. But I'm in kind of no rush personally. I've just been kind of playing casually with some friends or online through webcams and stuff. So, but again, this is an amazing card that has the during pair once per turn. When you pair a pilot, you can go ahead and give one of your opponent's units -2 AP, and then you pair it with Kira. So then it, you know, it's a link, and then another -2 to make insane trades. You pair that with Archangel, you know, just basic white blocker meta stuff, right? But some other cards that are seeing some play now is Striker Pack. So you guys saw this in my aerial rebuild command deck, and this has been getting a lot of play. And it's just really good because with the burst mechanic, it's able to bring you out a blocker that can, again, essentially become another shield. And if you deploy, you can go ahead and deploy a blocker that's either a 4/2 or 2/4. So depending on what the matchup is, if you need to swing higher, you bring out the 4/2, or if you need to block really heavy attack, that's a or like a really taller unit, you can go ahead and swing into it. Or if you have a lot of little bodies, you can basically make 2 or 3-for-1 trades effectively with Striker Pack. And of course, the lowest blocker that I wanted to showcase is, did you guys know this card is like $4? Kind of insane. Again, though, it's starter deck cards, so I guess that's pretty expected that these cards are kind of going up. But, you know, level 2 cost, 3/2, good stats, really great for early game answers, especially like that Zaku, like we talked about. So if you guys know the game, you guys know the game. But some other people have been trying some new things that I wanted to make sure you guys were aware of. This is Choo Choo's Demi Trainer. And the downside of Zawart is that you can't attack enemy players. You can attack units, but you can't attack enemy player, which is the shield area. But you can with Choo Choo's Demi Trainer, which is you play it on 2, and then you get to swing into the shield area, destroy the EX base. And you can even link it with this card right here. It's called Iron Fist Discipline. But before we get into that, I just kind of wanted to say, so it also has the extra effect of attack, draw 1, then discard 1. So that's just free cycling. So yeah, it's got the 1 HP. And again, I just talked about how people aren't really playing the 1/1 blocker, but people are trying this. And If you guys are interested in my aerial aggro deck, leave a like on this video, and if we can get to, last time you guys reached, I requested 50 and you guys gave me 150, so this time I'm gonna up it a little bit. We're gonna go for 60. So let's see if you guys can hit it, and if you guys do hit the 60 like goal, we'll go ahead and just bring out the aerial aggro deck, or I'm sorry, the Academy aggro deck that I've been working on. So let's go ahead and talk about the Iron Fist discipline. So this has a main and action. So choose one enemy unit that's level 4 or lower. It gets -2 AP during this turn. So very similar to the other action cards that we have, just more of that, but it has the benefit of being paired. And this can really go into the aerials rebuild cards that want more commands in your trash. So again, if you guys are interested in that, please leave a like on this video. And then the last card I want to talk about today is again, Battle of Aces. This is probably a really good time to buy, in my opinion. I just think it's a really good card, and you should probably pick up 3 of these, maybe. Better to have than to not have at all, in my opinion. And yeah, that's just basically it. So I just wanted to say thank you guys again so very much for the support. Keep an eye out for my Tall Geese deck that's coming out soon. Please check out my deck builder website. I've worked really hard on it, and I'm planning on making a bunch of improvements where I can. And I strongly suggest you guys check out my previous video to give you more information about that. And keep it up, leave a like on this video to get that aggro aerial Academy deck. So yeah, thank you again so very much. I'm really grateful for the support that you guys have been giving me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here.